Whee! Down we go again. I'm not really sure how far I'm gonna actually have to go down here. I think it's just gonna be a couple levels before I get to the thing. Just hear Remnant. Also, why can't that be faster? I understand it's a loading screen, but come on. Clever little loading screens. It's nice, actually, if you think about it, to have, what's the word for it? I guess the only way to put it is like reminiscent text in the game. Is that where it's telling me? Like just right down where I'm at? Maybe? I don't know. Where's it telling me to go down? I'm still here. What if I'm on this one? Okay, so I need to go down a further level. Okay, we can do that. Let's run over here and then run back up and around. Unless it's telling me to go underneath. Is that what it's... Okay, so this was up. Oh, crap. I've lost myself already. This was up. This is to the gravity well. Yes, okay, so if that's to the gravity well and I need to go down, that says up. That doesn't tell me a whole lot. So I go this way. And I believe I come down here. Run down. Maybe not? What the heck? Where am I supposed to go? How do I get to the middle bit there? Because this obviously goes up. Maybe I go down one more to that. Ooh. Can't believe I missed that container. I guess it just really wasn't looking around. Okay, let's jump down one more. And where are we at now on the map? Wait, okay. So how do I get over there? Well, crap. This goes that way. There's the bridge that I went onto. Does it just go? No, it's not going to go. I believe I have to go around. Let's go look. Anyways, it's nice to have some like reminiscent stuff about Mass Effect in Mass Effect, if you know what I mean. The best way that I can describe it... Oh gosh, am I going to have to make this jump? Because, like, you know, the bridge is just... It's not going. Maybe I should just quick travel. Okay, we're going to try it. Here we go. Nope, we're not going to make it. Oh, how did we make it? Suck it. Can I turn that back on, please? Thank you. I'm going to check around this way to see if I can find the thing I am looking for. But I believe that I am not going to. It's got to be down below. It's got to be one more level down, I think. Somehow. I'm not sure how, because this part over here is a dead end. I'm going to double check that, though. So, you know, in Mass Effect 1, essentially in Mass Effect 1, in 2 as well, a little bit in 3, you had the loading elevators. And you would go up and down these elevators. And, your companions would talk during it. And it was like a cool little, like, you know, intermission from everything going on as you were loading, and you got a little bit of story. It was actually really clever. It was a really good idea from Driver. And then, in this game, you've kind of got the gravity wells doing that, except they're not actually talking, because the loading, essentially, the technology isn't necessary anymore, because you don't really need to load that much, or the loading, rather, goes a lot faster nowadays. Where does it just want me to go? I actually really have no idea. If I go down one level... Okay, we're going to do that. We're going to see where the heck is down one level from here. Is that chest over there that I missed? I think it might be. You know, in this game you've got this, but everything, technology-wise, everything loads a lot faster than it used to. So the crazy cool load screens of good old Mass Effect days aren't necessary anymore. But it is nice to have, like, something that feels similar to it. It kind of makes you remember, like, oh, yeah, remember those cool, did I ever loot any of this stuff? No. Remember those cool things? Those, like, load screens that nobody ever really cared about until we cared about them? Also, that is telling me to search for memory triggers, which, isn't that what that is? I'm so confused. Where do I even go? How do I get there? All right, that's where I want to go. How do I get there? Let's go outside and figure it out. I think, in a weird way, Star Wars does a pretty good job of this. like with all the really weird aliens and creatures and whatnot, you kind of get to a point where you're like, oh hey, remember that really crazy trash compactor monster? Oh yeah, well they got the oh crap, what's it called in Rogue One? The like memory monster. Like Star Wars in general is filled with weird creatures. I think that's where I need to go. It's filled with weird creatures that essentially give the universe a little bit more depth, right? So Star Wars does a good job in keeping those things consistent throughout the series of seeing those things, or like even the sayings, like I've got a bad feeling about this, for example. I'm gonna go check down here and see what I can find. We're gonna go explore. Or, you know, just a myriad of other things, like you see the Millennium Falcon in most of the movies. I don't count the prequels. And it's just those little levels of familiarity that go, oh yeah, I remember that thing. How the hell do I get over there? I am really curious. I do have a mission over there. All right, so that's the thing. It was like go to wherever he mentioned. I know I have a lot of turn-ins to do outside of here, but I want to get up over here. I actually am not entirely sure how to. Maybe there's a bridge up there. So let's quick travel this way. You know, those kind of reminiscent things in Star Wars kind of make you go, oh yeah, I remember that thing. That thing is cool. And it's fun to have those little, like, not necessarily references or Easter eggs, but just like consistent things within the series that always pull you back to it. And I think it would be really cool if they decided to kind of go with more of those routes in Mass Effect and give us more of the elevator stuff, like the weird. It's nothing like normal that they always that you want to kind of have going throughout a series and that you always come back to. It's always like something really weird, because that's what makes it fun and unique. How do I do this? Angaran built a bridge that extends across the chasm. However, the generator that runs the bridge appears to be non-functional. We would not be able to find the parts to repair it. So I'm SOL if I go that way. So how the heck? That's because the viability is non-viable. So I need to go over there, I think. It's always got to be something weird that you go back to. And I think in Mass Effect's case, it should be the elevator stuff. Come on. Thank you. It always takes a minute for it to decide. And it's because if you even hold on to the right mouse button for a second, not that I do, and that's kind of the problem, it pulls out, or it aims rather than pulls out the gun. Rather annoying. Okay, that's not good, because I'm kind of out of juice here. Let's do that. Jump over here. A good example, actually, in another BioWare game is Dragon Age. Dragon Age has the nugs. It's like hairless mole things that are really weird. And yet they're in every game, and it's really kind of weird, and I don't understand it. But I like that they're there because it kind of gives you like a common plot thread in all of the games. Even if it's not a plot thread that you care about, you're like, what are these weird creatures? And I think if you're going to do something like that well in a game, if you're going to make a game or a story or anything, and you can always reference that stuff in the future. Is my gun just perpetually out? Whatever. It needs to be something weird and something non-explained. I don't think you can ever explain it. You got to leave it up to the imagination of
Pathfinder. We are approaching the location provided by Esmus.
Thank you.
Stay sharp, everybody. There's supposed to be Remnant crawling all over this place.
I think it has to be like completely unexplained, and people have to figure out. Did I just hit my frost thing? There's no way I did. I hit F5 and it put my frost armor or ammo on. Weird. Is how am I trying to say this? The less you explain about these things, the more weird they are, the better off they are. Like the nugs, for example. The Star Wars stuff doesn't really have, like the ones that I listed, like the I got a bad feeling about this, or Millennium Falcon, or any of that stuff. That doesn't really account for that. But the weird alien stuff does, because they don't have to explain it. It's like, it's Star Wars, there's aliens. You just kind of have to trust that there's a weird brain bug thing that can steal memories from people, and sometimes induce comatose states, essentially. It's like, okay, cool. There's like weird giant aliens that live in asteroids.
Joel, what's your take on all this reincarnation stuff?
You're asking if I believe.
Yes, sure.
Not the way Esmos does.
I figured that out now, by the way. It is if I tap it, like if I go like that, it'll pull it out. But if I... Also, there's a delay. Very interesting. Very slight. We got nanosecond almost, I don't know. If I tap it, it pulls the gun out. If I try to like right click like normal, it just pulls, or it aims rather than, okay. Let's get this instead. Oh, there's one right here. Okay, come on, throw. No, don't, ow, please. Oh, jeez, that was close. No, don't open the console. Game. Holy cow. That was close. That was really close. Jump. Back up. So I can. Oop, I missed. But you. Kind of let her get him low, so I can go in and do the combo. It was a little close. I had like 1% health left. That was not good. You know what is good? All the containers. Also, there's something firing over there. What's going on? Very interesting. Can I actually get down there somehow? Is this telling me to scan? What is this telling me to do? I am not sure. I'm actually not even sure what quest this is, other than it told me to come down here. Can I get through this door? I can. What is that thing shooting at? Is it like trapped? Is it trying to get out? Do I need to go help it? I don't understand. Oh, do that. Do this. Do this. Back this way. Aim. Fire. Reflect so I can get behind cover, so I can reload. That cover is gone already. Jeez. Jump in. Shoot it. Shoot that one. Shoot that one. Reflect. I know I say it a lot, but this build is a lot of fun. It's got so much going for it. Ooh, hello there. It's so active. It's funny because it's like when I play normal, when I play on my own, I play more of like the infiltrator class, the old infiltrator, where it's like sniper, and you take guys out from afar. It's pretty fun. You use like invisibility and whatnot. Don't get wrong, I really like that playstyle, but I just find myself gravitating towards the Vanguard now with the newer games because it's way more active. It feels a lot more fun. Oh, the Turians.
Dead outlaws.
Oh, wait, that's not.
Hope the piece of Remtech PB needs is still here.
Right. Did I do it again? I told them to defend. You know what? I keep messing that up. I am gonna look real quick because this is actually bothering me. Settings, controls, key bindings. What did I do? C? So I just gotta look for C on here. Okay. Both squad mate orders. X, right squad mate, left squad mate, holster weapon. Is there no squad mate orders? Appears not. Whatever. Let's kill this thing. Hopefully they'll come and fight. Actually, I should use a different weapon for this. And, oh, yep. I just had a feeling that I was going to get flanked. Oh, come on. That didn't... I need a better melee weapon. That did nothing. Okay, we got to go to this, so I can do this. So I can... Holy cow, that thing's loud. Kill it. Thank you. I'm gonna switch to sniper rifle. Take that out. Reload. This. You know, actually, I did just think of something. Now that I have that down, what I'm gonna do is see if I can. Yes, way better. Holy cow, that is way better. So, okay, I need a different weapon for this. Hello, creature. Die. Ow. Thank you, y'all. You saved my bacon. So if I can get the shield down. This is not a good gun for this. I need to go back to sniper rifle. You know what? I hate scrolling through them, so I'm just gonna do that. Finally use the radio menu. Seriously? Okay, back to the radio menu. Shotgun. You too. Thank you. We're gonna go back here. We're gonna switch to sniper rifle. We're gonna do this. We're gonna switch to disruptor. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take this out. So that does that. Just trying to take the shields down. That's all I'm trying to do. I guess I could hit him with that real quick. I want the middle shield down. I'm out of disruptor ammo, which is fine. I just need like, oh, did I get it? Did that get it? That did nothing. Where did it go? Oh, there's ammo over there. Okay, that did nothing. Here's what we're gonna do. I'll switch to shotgun. We're gonna get some ammo. We're gonna come over here. Wow, it really does not want to kill that. No? There we go. There we go. Took me a while, but I got it. Don't stand. You dummy. So what I tried to do is I tried to use my my incinerate to get the armor down once I had the shields down. Unfortunately, it took me so freaking long to get the shields down that whole process probably took way longer than it needed to.